All right, my angels. For these past few days, maybe the past week, there's so much that I want to say. It's like there's been, like, I can't even tell you specifically how long it's been. It's probably been even a couple weeks to a month. There have been reoccurring situations or circumstances in my own personal life and experience that I've been wanting to come on here and share. And it's like every single time that I would push record, or I would even open up like an app, let's say like I was going on TikTok and just to do something, kind of short. Every single time that I was going online, it didn't, the frequency of it did not resonate with me personally. And so I've been having to kind of go through what it is that I'm personally going through before I can come on here and really share not only what's happening to me, but what I feel is happening on a global scale. Also, I'm sick again. I am sick again. So, thank you for just kind of like being patient with my sound and everything. Okay. All right, let's ground, because even right now I'm a little bit off grounded, but hold on. Okay. This is relevant right now. There's a lot. Confirmation. My cat. There's a lot overall about this world, this collective right now, what I feel is happening right now on a global scale, okay? I feel that whatever it is, so there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of distraction energy, right? And then I'm seeing the green and gold dragon, the divine feminine dragon that has just come through. She's just woken up. She's the third dragon that has woken up. Shout out Carrie K. I love Carrie K so much. But she's the third dragon that has arose on this planet, right? And so she is the divine feminine energy. And so it is giving earth, it is giving motherly, it is giving nurturing, it is also giving truth, it is giving empowerment, powerful, it's giving authentic, right? Unconditional, something pure. And that does not always mean being, when standing in your pure essence and your authenticity, it is not, we do not mistake authenticity for weakness or for being a doormat, being so nice to everybody and everything, letting anybody and anything walk all over you. That is not what's happening here as the sun's coming out. That is not what's happening here. And so with this beautiful divine feminine dragon, her essence is so strong and powerful that it's really calling for us right now. It's like she's kind of like ripping through. The sun is just coming out right now, and it's like she's ripping through anything, like, and this is just from my own experience, from my own circumstance, anything that is not resonating truly, that you have been choosing to move through in your own personal experience, right? So if you are being, self-sacrificial, people-pleasing, saying yes when you mean no, if there is any form of lack of self-love, this is where she's coming in right now. and you will feel all of that energy bubbling up to the surface. And this is where you're healing it. This is when you're meant to be facing it, right? Okay. When it comes to also, there is this energy of so much distraction and so much fucking chaos, okay? Some people, I want to ground for this because this is so important to me personally, that I actually share my own opinions and universal beliefs with this exact topic. And I say universal beliefs, but what I mean is my truth. And when I say this belief, it resonates in every cell of my body, in every cell of my nervous system. Okay? So where someone else would say, I'm so grateful right now that the sun is coming out. It makes me so happy. Oh, thank God. Literally held by the sun. So where someone else would say, sorry, y'all, let me stretch. Also sign, also relevant. Free the nip. I'm a huge advocate. I'm a huge advocate for free the nip. This movie is gonna be for it. You know, obviously 18 and over. Okay. Okay, so where someone else would say that, oh, they're sending you this, that, and the third to throw you off of your divine path and this and that, and to make you think smaller of yourself, and they're doing this to, you know, shrink your energy and blah, blah, blah. You're going lazy. Yes, mommy. Yes, lazy. Yes, lazy. Go out. Woo! Chaos. But with a good save, which is amazing. All right, hold on. Okay. So, you know, I think a lot of people, it's easy to say, or it's easier to think, not really for me, but maybe it is for somebody else, but, you know, someone, you know, I hear this all the time. They're sending you this to throw you off of this, to make you feel inferior around this, and da-da-da-da-da. It's like people so often just like hand your sacred power over to someone, something, a place, whatever it is, outside of you, right? And it's so easy to do that. It's 818 as I say this. It's like, and to me, that doesn't fully resonate, you know? And so where a lot of people also would say like, okay, the false matrix that's created by, you know, the Rockefellers, Freemasons, whatever the fuck. Raise your hand if you were born, which, anyways, raise your hand if you were born in a Freemasons family. It's not funny, but it is fun. It's like funny. It's funny to me now. I don't know why I just said that, but I wonder how many of you raised your hand. So that's going to be relevant for somebody as well. But it's like, okay, so that is my thing. That's my point, is that we as humans like to give our power to something else that makes us feel inferior. And when we're doing that, you are not truly seeing the pattern and the cycle that has been playing out in our lifetimes. And so it's like that cycle's not being broken. And that right now is what's happening, right? So where people say, oh my God, there's so much just, you know, distraction, energy, and chaos, make sure that they don't throw you off your path. It's you. It's you. Because to my own universal belief is that every single person, place, and thing, every single experience, every single conversation that you have, every single moment in your life was divinely orchestrated. Confirmation. And I invite you, I I'm sharing with you my beliefs. This is not me forcing you to believe anything else. I pray that this does not, you know, I'm telling you this with pure intent, not to trigger you. However, if it does trigger you, start asking yourself why. It doesn't mean, you know, when we get triggered, we don't have to label it as this trigger is this or this. 1023 as I'm saying this, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, so, you know, back to my belief is that I believe also that everything has been timed down to the millisecond. When I say this out loud, that resonates in every cell of my being, for me personally, which also means that every karmic entity, every attachment, every wound, every conversation, every person that tries to throw me off, all of that, before I incarnated into this suit right here, every single thing signed off. Every single thing signed off, saying that this is what is going to happen. So to me, what's happening in our reality right now, 11/11, was divinely orchestrated to have you face yourself, call your power back, stand in your power and your authenticity and your internal authority. My ear's about to ring. In your internal authority, what is it about the distraction or about the chaos that is throwing you off? 11:33, and master it. Master it. Because you can. And you know that you can because you signed off on it, or else if it was not in your reality, you weren't meant to experience it at 11:44. So if it is in your reality, if it's in your experience, ask yourself, what is it that you are meant to master right now? And that is what's happening right now. That is what this divine feminine dragon, my ear is flying. That is what this divine feminine dragon is doing in our reality right now. Green and gold. Green in the heart space. Gold. It's giving sacred and completely pure. Call your power, 1212. Call your power and your authority back. There's so much alignment here when you start believing things like this. You are powerful. All right, my angels, I love you guys so much. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alignment, baby!